Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. I'm going to do my live review of Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 5, and it is Blow Up at the Ranch. Blow Up at the Ranch. I actually recorded one today, but for some reason I was unable to get it uploaded, so I'm just going to go with the live review. Today's t-shirt, I have the Central Park, the Exonerated Five. Seth, Kevin, Antron, Corey, and Raymond. And if you are Gen X, you probably know that story. It was the Central Park jogger case. Now it's the Exonerated Five, since they were always innocent and they've been cleared of everything. They're actually suing the incoming president because he's still lying on them about that case. So Married to Medicine, this was a pretty good episode. The ladies are still at the ranch. We have them getting dressed for the photo shoot. Toya goes by everyone's cabin to make sure that they are in theme, which is Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. And we have Dr. Jackie is in white. Dr. Jackie looked really cute. She had on a white, all white. Her pants had these little fringes on the side, and she was wearing some open-toed white sandals. So I don't know what cowgirl would wear that, but she looked really, really cute. And next we had Toya wasn't all silver. Toya was in booty shorts that were all silver. Hi, Cece. Hi, Linda Gamble. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to need a mod. I hate to ask you ladies as soon as I start, but I had asked someone to mod and Love Key agreed. But for some reason, after I finished the live, I wasn't able to make her a mod. So if either of you would be interested, just put a 1 in the chat for me. I'm going to continue to ask as we go through. And then I'll, oh, thank you so much, Linda Gamble. Let me use this on you to see whether or not I can figure this out while we're on. Thank you. Linda has agreed that she would mod for me. I love it. See, I click on your name. Oh, I see it. It says add as a moderator. Okay, got you. Thank you so much. And standard. Cece, I don't think you have to do much of anything. Just if you see something in the chat that I happen to miss, because I look at the chat a little bit, but sometimes I'm looking at my notes and I have mine set to subscribers only, but you only have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes before someone can make comments. And the first time I went live, I think there were rude comments in there that I was able to remove. Hi, Sharon Gobbold, how are you? If you're willing, I'll make you one. But what you would do for me, what I would like is if someone's in there rude or they're using curse words and we've asked them not to, you would just either time them out or you can block them. I prefer a timeout unless it's an obvious troll type person, any type slurs or anything like that. I would just go ahead and block the person. So we're starting off with Married to Medicine review. And this is the Beyonce photo shoot. Everybody's speaking to each other. We have Sharon Gobble, Linda Gamble, and Cece. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we are still at the Dude Ranch. We have Toya's going around to everybody's cabin to make sure that they're dressed correctly. Dr. Jackie is looking cute in all white. She had on white open-toed sandals and has some fringes on her pants. She has white pants on. We have Toya in all silver, booty shorts. I don't know what kind of cowgirl Toya would be because the shorts that she had on, I would not get on a horse with those shorts on. But she looks cute. Other than what she's revealing, she looks cute. We have Phaedra's dressed as a cowgirl, but of course she has on something really short and revealing as well. And then Dr. Contessa and Quad are both in red, and they look cute in their outfits. And then production flashes back so we can see what the men are doing, the husbands are doing, while the ladies are away at the Dude Ranch. So we have Dr. Eugene. He goes to some type of a shop where they can make their own perfume or cologne. So he has 2 sons with him. They're going to make cologne. And Toya and Eugene's sons look just like the both of them. They're really growing up nicely. But one of them, Aubrey, he's kind of a flirt. He already wears a lot of cologne. So Dr. Eugene's trying to tell him, don't wear too much. You'll make sure it's appropriate. You know, you don't want the smell coming before you get into a room. You can't spray it over, you know, where if you haven't really bathed correctly. So they asked him and his brother, what kind of cologne would their father inspire in them? And one of them said fruity. And then the other one says old, maybe leathery. So Dr. Eugene is laughing because he gets trolled all the time by Toya. So with dealing with what the boys are saying, that's kind of light work. We see Dr. Damon, who took Alora and Zachary out to a furniture shop. They're both going back to school. I know that Alora goes to school in Florida. I think they told us Florida A&M. So I guess she had a roommate, but she wants to live on her own. So they're going to help her do that. Dr. Damon still calls her little baby, which I think is so cute. So little baby shopping for her furniture. Zachary's talking about his dental schooling. He's actually going to be a dentist like Heavenly. And he's talking to Dr. Damon about how he likes being able to help patients. And then he just says, I really just want to be like you. And Dr. Damon gets choked up. And guys, that was so touching. I love Dr. Damon's relationship with his kids. All the fathers, really. Dr. Eugene also, but Dr. Damon starts crying in the store and Laura's trying to comfort him, tapping him on his shoulder. And they show a confessional between Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. And Damon was telling Dr. Heavenly about what happened and what Zachary had said. And she said, nobody ever said they want to be like me, which, Dr. Damon just stares blankly because Dr. Heavenly in her mouth is getting so vulgar and foul. I don't think Alora wouldn't want to be like that. I've never seen Alora act like that. So hopefully she would be like Heavenly in her work ethic and anything like that. But as far as the way she speaks to people, I hope that neither one of them would follow Dr. Heavenly in that. New Orleans Diva, thank you so much for coming in. How are you? I appreciate you stopping by. I'm doing a live Married to Medicine review. And if you haven't, click the like button for me. Also subscribe if you're not already subscribed and share the video. I would appreciate it so much. So the photo shoot, Toya's running the photo shoot. So she has brought along someone named Michelle. It's pronounced Michelle, but I looked it up and it's spelled like Miss Chalet, but they say Miss Chalet. Miss Chalet is a Beyonce lookalike. She looks a lot like Beyonce at certain angles, but you can tell that's not Beyonce. I've never seen anyone completely be a doppelganger of Beyonce. Beyonce just has her own unique look to me. Some people think Giselle looks like Beyonce. I think Miss Chalet looks more like Giselle than either one of them look like Beyonce, but they have the similar features. She's there to help Toya with the photo shoot. So Toya takes pictures of everybody. She's directing everybody. Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra are kind of shading her because Toya is so bossy when she's in charge of anything. And Phaedra is in her confessional saying she thinks Toya doing a good job, but she should stick to drinking wine. So she's making fun of Toya and Toya's soft life, which is fine. Some people do get on Toya about having that soft life, but this show is Toya's job. That's one of the things she does. And I know she has some kind of wine sponsorship. She was telling them about it at the last reunion when they were making fun of the fact that Dr. Eugene is the breadwinner. Toya brings in money also. Did everybody watch this episode? This came on Sunday night. I didn't get a chance to watch it until yesterday. And then I tried to do the review of it, but for some reason, it never uploaded. So I decided to just do it live. Happy holidays, Linda Gamble. Yeah, everybody, I celebrate Christmas. Everybody celebrates Christmas. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, which is the day after Christmas. Happy holidays, or maybe Happy Kwanzaa. Anything else that anybody celebrates, happy holidays. And I have a birthday, which is December 30th. I share a birthday with Kicking It with Courtney. And then one of my nieces is December 28th. My mother, rest in peace, she had a heavenly birthday December 8th. And my father's heavenly birthday was December 15th. So December is a busy month for my family and birthdays. Sharon Gobble, you just watched it today. Hey, Braylon Lee, thank you for stopping by. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. So and my reviews they're recaps, but I'm commenting on things that happen as well. And if I leave something out, you can throw it in there and I would appreciate it because I take notes, but sometimes I miss some things even on my notes. TNTG Mom, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. TNTG Mom is here. It was good talking to you last night and your niece coming in the chat. And we all love you. We love to see you here. And next, they finished the photo shoot. They're at dinner. Dr. Heavenly, for some reason, is seated next to Dr. Contessa. Toya, I think, did that. Maybe she's trying to make them make up, but it's not a good idea. Neither one of them are ready yet to make up, in my opinion. Quad is actually still hurt over the way she was treated in Napa. Simone has not given her the apology yet. Simone doesn't want to give the apology, but everybody's pressing the issue. Simone says she's going to apologize on her own time frame. So let's see, we already covered that. Excuse me, guys and ladies. Okay, so Quad says that Jackie also gives terrible apologies, which she does. She said that Jackie gave an across-the-board apology. She gave kind of, which I didn't know that Dr. Jackie had done that. I know she does give terrible apologies because she gave one to Buffy after she outed Buffy about her infertility. She didn't want to apologize, but she gave one, was kind of forced to give one. And then she gave another one when she made those slick comments about Black women, when they're pregnant, they want to take all this time off work and sometimes they're faking. She gave another kind of insincere apology, allegedly, and in my opinion. This is covered under the Copyright Act of 1976 and Section 107. Everybody's still speaking to each other. And I asked for a mod. Linda Gamble is modding for me. If anyone else is interested, just put a 1 in the chat. And then what I would do, I would make you a mod, and you wouldn't really have to do anything. Braylon, I know, already knows how to mod, but mainly just keeping anything that is inappropriate out of the chat if I happen to be reviewing my notes or for some other reason not see it. And my goal is to start going live a lot more often, at least twice a week. So this is my first time this week. I tried to do one this morning, but I think it just made a video, but then it wasn't uploaded. So I'm not sure. I'm still very green. So they're at dinner. Dr. Contessa is sitting next to Heavenly. Quad is still begging for this apology. And then she's describing what happened in NASA. She said they had her at dinner and they sat her down and they argued with her until she was bleeding. This is Quad exaggerating. And I was bleeding out. She's giving this to-be acting. You know how Quad is. And Toya's like, really, girl, you bled out? And they all started laughing. So Quad realized that's not working on them. They've been around Quad long enough to know that she's a drama queen and that there's a reason why she's doing all of that. She likes the attention to be focused on her. And right now the attention is on Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa because people want to know what's going to happen with that. Also, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea has been relatively quiet. She was even paired with Heavenly during a part of the photo shoot, and she was very nervous and not really wanting to be paired up with Heavenly. So at the dinner table, Quad mocked Sweet Tea's voice in Dr. Heavenly's, sometime last year during Dr. Heavenly's YouTube interview she was doing. And Sweet Tea still wanted an apology for that. So Quad apologizes for that. And Quad's kind of quick to apologize. She apologizes for that. I don't know if she meant it or not, but she apologized to Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea thanked her. Dr. Heavenly and Contessa start getting into it again over something that was going on. Let me see if I wrote it down. Over Quad saying that she's always expected to apologize, but the other ladies sometimes don't apologize as much. Dr. Heavenly was saying she apologized to Sweet Tea. She's already apologized to Dr. Contessa, and that's all they're going to get. So that's what her and Contessa are yelling about. So Heavenly starts calling Contessa out of her name and bringing up a lot of past stuff. Dr. Contessa is now yelling at Dr. Heavenly. They both get up. Dr. Heavenly stood up first because Dr. Contessa was pointing in her face. Because, let me see, I still have it played here. I was trying to use it to jog my memory if it was something I didn't have in the notes. So that argument that was going on between them, Quad allegedly told everyone that the friendship between Dr. Contessa and Sweet Tea was more of an alliance. It's a fake friendship. So, of course, Dr. Heavenly ended up telling the whole table that Quad said that. Quad is sitting there, stunned, mouth open. Did I say that? She didn't know if she said it, but I think Quad did say it. So Dr. Heavenly is saying, yeah, you remember that you said it. So she's trying to throw the ball back down the court. So Dr. Contessa pointed at Quad and said, are you the liar or are you the liar? She pointed right at Dr. Heavenly, who's sitting next to her. And Dr. Contessa is tall. She has long arms. So she points at Heavenly, and Heavenly said, don't be pointing in my face. Heavenly stood up, and that's what kind of started it. So they start arguing back and forth. Dr. Contessa ends up telling Heavenly that nobody likes her, that she has to buy all her friends. She said, and that's why your husband has a room in the basement. That's why you had to buy a salon for your daughter. Do y'all think that was kind of out of line? Because this is what Dr. Contessa was saying to Heavenly. Sharon, you saw the argument between Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was below the line, below the belt. But when they start arguing, you can't even tell who starts it or not. But bringing up Alora, bringing up anybody's child, I think is out of line. So when Dr. Contessa went low, we know what Dr. Heavenly is going to do. Dr. Heavenly ends up telling Dr. Contessa her go-to. Everybody know Dr. Heavenly's go-to? Your mama. Well, Dr. Contessa's mother is actually dead. She passed in 2010. So Dr. Contessa is saying, are you saying my mama? My mama, the one that passed away in 2010? Dr. Heavenly said, yeah. She doubled down. So now the whole table starts standing up. They're all looking at each other. Dr. Contessa starts advancing on Dr. Heavenly. She says, square up, Garden Tooth. She calls out her name twice. So Dr. Heavenly starts backing away. And then now she's saying, security, security. So Dr. Heavenly's now calling security after being a part of this argument and provoking Dr. Contessa. Security is coming over. There was the lady that was serving food that was looking really nervous, and everybody's just all into this squabble the two of them were having. And Dr. Jackie gets knocked down to the floor. They knocked Dr. Jackie down. I didn't really see what happened, but Dr. Jackie's in the confessional saying, they knocked me down. Heavenly she's not swinging, but she's flailing her arms. And she was wearing one of these dresses with the upside. There's no cleavage, but it's cut out. So they call it underboob. That's what she's showing. Dr. Heavenly's fighting, so not fighting, but acting like she's swinging. Her dress comes up and you can see her nipples. You can see the bottom of her breast. So Quad is saying, oh, there's a Maldro misfunction. You know, to Heavenly, they were trying to crowd around Heavenly. Somebody's trying to give her a little denim jacket. Heavenly's still arguing really loud. I think Dr. Jackie, I don't know if Dr. Contessa is the one that knocked her down. So they break up the fight and everything. Dr. Jackie and Heavenly go sit in the golf cart. There's a confessional from Sweet Tea. She says she had to pick Dr. Jackie up. She said, I don't mind helping the elderly, which Sweet Tea, that elderly, that's kind of a dig because Dr. Jackie and Dr. G are almost the same age. Dr. G is over 60. Dr. Jackie is between 60 and 65. I'm not sure. Whatever age she is, she's Dr. G's age. So, Sweet Tea, you're going to have another go-to than go into the age joke. And a lot of the fans and people that watch this show, I'm Gen X, I'm 53. I'll be 54 next week in a few days. So it's when you start calling people old, some people take offense. I don't care. I find it funny because I know it's not true. So Sweet Tea's giving her a little shade. And Dr. Heavenly's still yelling out to Dr. Contessa. And Jackie is crying, telling her, please stop, please stop. Dr. Heavenly doesn't stop. She's still yelling a bunch of insults. And then it's going to continue to next week. We see Dr. Contessa leaving the table. And she said, this dinner sucked and all this kind of stuff. And they had little cowboy belt buckles as a souvenir. She said, I'm taking 2 of these because of all the problems that y'all gave me. The table was laughing, but I think that was Dr. Heavenly's souvenir that they took. So we're going to have to wait until next week to find out what happened. This was a pretty good episode. This is pretty good. I don't like when they get to the point where they're almost physically fighting. I have to say that was Contessa. But I also have to say that Heavenly goes way too far and goes below the belt too quickly. Cece, thank you for my happy belated and upcoming birthday. I appreciate that. Everybody's speaking to each other. Sharon Gobble, I don't think it was out of line because Heavenly always hits below the waist. Yeah, she does. She does, Sharon, because she brought up Dr. Contessa's mother. She knows Dr. Contessa's mother is an ancestor. She knows she passed away because they were good friends. And that's something that Dr. Contessa has mentioned before. So she does go below the belt. I just didn't like Dr. Contessa bringing up Alora and then bringing up Daddy. Oh, another thing that Dr. Heavenly said, she said, the reason why the two of you are bonding, talking about Sweet Tea and Dr. Contessa, because both your husbands cheat. My husband doesn't cheat. And that is what triggered Dr. Contessa to say, oh, your husband doesn't cheat. She said he got a whole separate man cave Now, everybody does know that about Damon. We don't know if he cheats or not. I almost forgot Sharon, that triggered something. Hey, Sassy T from the 803. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Hi, Mama Bees. Thank you for stopping in. I'm doing a live Married to Medicine review. We're at the dinner table scene now. This is the last part. Sharon, what you just said, I remember that Dr. Contessa said, and the other thing you need to worry about, your husband's in a man cave. She said, and there might be a mixed baby with the name of Kimes. So we remember we saw Similac during one of the scenes, and people were asking about it. And Dr. Heavenly said Damon can't drink milk. I know people that can't drink milk, and they substitute either almond milk or soy. I've never seen anybody use Similac, but of course they don't dig into Heavenly's business like they dig into everybody else's business. But this mixed baby by the name of Kimes, do we know if that's Dr. Damon, or because they say he tries to mess around with a lot of women that do not look like Heavenly, clear women? Who believes that about Dr. Damon? Sassy speaking to everybody. Thank you so much, Creole Girl. Thank you for coming. Linda Gamble agreed to mod for me. If anybody else is interested in modding, I'm going live a lot more frequently. So I would probably need about 1 or 2 more. And if you are interested, just put a 1 in the chat. So Dr. Contessa saying that about Dr. Heavenly, and they flash back to a confessional by Toya saying, where is Dr. Contessa getting this information from? Because Toya is very nosy. She asked people, we saw her quizzing Apollo last week, and she had just ran into him. So she asked a lot of questions to get to the bottom of things, but where did Dr. Contessa get this information from? Is it Dr. Damon's, allegedly, in my opinion, or could it be one of the sons? They have 2 sons. One of the sons they never show. I don't remember his name. The other son is Zachary that we saw interning with Heavenly. He was acting as her hygienist, and he's also in dental school. So do we think one of the sons have a baby? We would know if Alora has her own IG, and I follow her. I see her. She's always in her cute little outfits. I don't know anything about Alora ever being pregnant. So Dr. Contessa has said something that is going to be, probably we're going to be dealing with the rest of the season and probably even at the reunion. But that was low down. I don't like those kind of fights where you just hitting below the belt and getting low down. That's what Dr. Contessa said after Dr. Heavenly said, your mama, knowing that Dr. Contessa has lost her mother. So I don't know what's going to happen now. Okay, Sharon Gobble said, it is a rumor out here. It could possibly be true. Well, Heavenly has said, she's always talking about people's husbands cheating. Dr. Heavenly has said, my man cheat, I ain't going nowhere. So I don't know why she's always in other people's marriages. You've already said Damon has a free pass. If he cheats, he ain't going nowhere. But allegedly she told Sweet Tea when they were close that she believed Mariah when Mariah did that sideways sachet. And you want to see the receipts, baby girl? And Dr. Heavenly did look scared in that scene. That was years ago, but I've watched it many times since. And I think Heavenly thought there was some truth to it. But we can't get anything to stick because people like Dr. Heavenly and they like Dr. Damon. Even though I've seen things in Dr. Damon, I don't know about him. He might be a little bit sneaky. I don't know. But if Heavenly, she told Sweet Tea allegedly that she caught him cheating one time and hit him in the head with a frying pan. So I guess he's extremely discreet in order not to get Dr. Heavenly on him again. So we're going to see next week what the follow-up to this. This was just a very short, I'm right at 23 minutes. I don't like the videos to go over half hour right now, unless it's a longer topic. I'm thinking about the 6888. I've watched that movie twice. I loved it so much. It's on Netflix. It's a Tyler Perry project. It is a true story, and it's about the Women's Army Corps, the Black women that served in that Army Corps. And they had, she started out as Captain Adams, and she ended up being promoted to Major Adams by the time she finished this male detail that they were given. And it's really touching. It's really well done. Has anybody seen that yet? Nobody says that they've seen that yet. So I may do a review on that. I think movie reviews would be something good to have here as well. And Linda Gamble, thank you so much for acting as my moderator. And if anybody else is interested or think you might be interested later, you can send me, my email address is on here. You can send it to my email. But that was about it for Married to Medicine. The best part of it was the photo shoot. I like having them having fun together and throwing out little jokes to each other. Dr. Contessa had on these huge red boots, and I mean huge because they were very high heeled. But when she was walking by Dr. Heavenly and Simone, and they were sitting over there, when she was on her way to the photo shoot, she was just making conversation. Can you believe these shoes cost $250? And Dr. Heavenly said, yeah, we can. She said, we can. You know, you wear a size 12. So that's funny shade. That was cute. That wasn't anything too below the belt or too mean. But Contessa just laughed it off. But they have been getting in little digs all day, knowing that there's this underlying tension between them. And Dr. Contessa is still mad about years ago when Dr. Heavenly kind of sprayed Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa's tea. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And I also wondered why they didn't have a scene with Dr. Scott and his children. They just had the scenes where they showed us what was going on while the women were away at the ranch. They showed Dr. Eugene and they showed Dr. Damon with his kids. So I don't know if Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott are friends of the show or if they just are coming back to see how that goes. If there's any violence next week, I don't think they're going to keep Dr. Contessa because she jumped up ready to fight. And Dr. Heavenly has a vulgar, filthy mouth. She's not my favorite since what she did to Mariah. I haven't liked her in years. But I don't agree with people jumping up and getting ready to fight either. So I'm curious as to what is going to happen with that. And I think Andy must like Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly she brings a lot of fans. She brings a lot of people that like that below the belt shade. So we'll see what happens with that. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button. I appreciate Linda Gamble's. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. Is everybody ready for Christmas? Everything's going to be closing probably in about a couple of hours. And you're not going to be able to get anything if you haven't yet. It doesn't really feel that much like Christmas to me, honestly. But, hopefully my mood picks up and everything. I'm happy that I got so many people in here during the live. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and end the live because I finished with the episode. But I'm torn between whether or not I'm going to do the 688 or come up with something else to review. And I'm still doing the Married to Medicine. I'm looking forward to Traitors. And there is a funny series on Netflix that Michelle Obama is the executive producer for called The Later Daters. And it's a cute dating show. It has people age 50 and up. So that's kind of my speed. They have some older people in there too, but they're out there trying to date too. So that's something that I might review. I have to work on being able to actually share my screen and show clips and things like that. Because I don't mind doing a video where I'm just talking. But I think with some of the projects that I'll be talking about, it might be better if I have clips so that people can see the actual people. Because these daters, we don't know them at all. Like Married to Medicine, everybody knows what all the ladies and all the doctors look like. So it's not a real thing. But if I'm reviewing a movie and I want to show not clips, but pictures, or if I'm reviewing something like Later Daters, and I do want to show clips or pictures, I'm going to have to learn how to do that. I've talked to a few people and I've been offered help. I just have to make the time to do it. But thank you all for stopping in. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I'd love to see you back when I'm back. As I said, I'll start doing more lives. Thanks, Sharon. I think Traitors is going to be good too. They haven't even released yet who they're going to have on there. There's just rumors going around, but I don't know any of the people. Usually they have quite a few housewives, and the housewives have been doing pretty well. They pull from Survivor, some of the other reality type shows. So Traitors is going to be good this year. Traitors was one of my favorite Traitors. That was season 2 Traitors. That was the one I started watching because she was on it and she did so well. So that made it interesting for me. So I'm looking forward to Traitors 3. All right, I'm going to go ahead and log off. Everybody, I hope you enjoy your Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, everything that you celebrate. And I'm sure I'll see you out in the YouTube streets. Thank you so much again.